Hello, and welcome to the 2023 ASCA International Conference on Applied Strength and Conditioning poster presentation titled Monitoring Female Athlete Wellbeing During International Basketball Competition, a case study from the 2023 FIBA Women's Asia Cup by Stephen Bird, Renee Parson-Smith, and Peter Terry. My name is Stephen Bird. I'm a professor in sport science at the University of Southern Queensland and performance team lead for Basketball New Zealand. Thank you for scanning the QR code to gain further insight and discuss our paper presentation virtually. As you are aware, there is a growing imperative to safeguard the well-being of female athletes in elite sport, whilst also working to maximise performance. To that end, monitoring athlete self-reported measures, ASRM, such as muscle soreness, fatigue, sleep quality, stress, and mood on a regular basis to enable the evaluation of well-being and accompanying training load tolerance has become commonplace among high-performance sport. In a survey of Australian and New Zealand high-performance sports programs, Taylor and colleagues identified ASRM as the most commonly used and frequent fatigue monitoring tool, with 84% of respondents assessing overall athlete well-being via this method as part of their athlete monitoring process. While some debate exists regarding the validity of the single item ASRM, it could be argued that single item ASRM are less monotonous and time-consuming, and thus may lead to increased relevance and greater survey compliance, especially in elite athlete population. Therefore, monitoring relevant wellbeing indices via custom single item ASRM may allow performance staff to identify specific domains within sport-specific contexts. This is essential in creating organizational buy-in during implementation of the monitoring process. In this particular study, participants were 12 elite female basketball players, New Zealand women's senior national team with 12 Ferns, competing at the 2023 International Basketball Federation Women's Asia Cup. Player ages range from 18 to 29 years, and the number of international games played prior to the tournament ranged from 2 to 60. The 14 days were broken into two 7-day blocks. B1, a pre-tournament preparation period, and B2, the FIBA Women's Asia Cup. The 7 ASRMs of wellbeing are listed above: sleep quality, readiness, recovery, feelings, energy, soreness, and leg heaviness, along with one for performance. These were collected daily between 7 and 9 a.m. over the 14-day experimental period. They were collected via a cloud-based athlete management system, Visual Coaching Pro, Melbourne, Australia. Collectively, this was normal practice for Basketball New Zealand national teams, with the team physician on site at the competition and the sports psychology provider remotely, who was available for follow-up consultation to provide support to players experiencing any negative well-being indicators if required. Statistical analysis consisted of Parson's correlations to quantify relationships among well-being indicators, and this study was approved by the University of Southern Queensland Ethics Committee. In this slide, you can see the particular recovery indices in the platform through the portal Visual Coaching Pro. Players would log into the portal and select a number based on a 5-point Likert scale, where lower numbers indicated a negative response and higher numbers indicated a positive response. The wellbeing domains and the measures related to female athlete health were selected as per the International Olympic Committee consensus statement. Results. Firstly, most ASRM indicators were rated at or either side of normal, a rating of 3 out of 5 on the Likert scale. Significant positive correlations and relationships were associated among sleep quality and all ASRM indicators except for leg heaviness, and among recovery and readiness, soreness, and leg heaviness. Feelings were positively correlated with energy, and recovery explained 16% of the variance in self-rated performance ratings. Most indicators, as mentioned, were on either side of normal, which was 3. And you can see in this particular graphic, the mean ASRM wellbeing indicators across the 14-day investigation period. In graphic A, we have sleep, quality, soreness, and recovery, while in graphic B, we have energy, feelings, and readiness. As mentioned, these measures were recorded across the 14-day period, and then with the legend at the bottom of the graphic, you can see game 1, 2, 3, no games on day 11, game 4, 5, and 6. The significant positive relationships identified among sleep quality and all indicators except for leg heaviness. Significant positive relationships were also identified among recovery and readiness, soreness, and leg heaviness. Recovery ratings explain 16% of the variance in self-rated performance, while feelings were positively correlated with energy. The key points and findings from this project. Our findings corroborated other studies that report relationships between sleep quality, recovery, feelings, and performance in elite athletes. But firstly, an increase in negative feelings may lead to worsening sleep quality and reduced overall readiness. Such responses may contribute to suboptimal performance. Secondly, implementing ASRM into daily monitoring of female athletes during intensified training and international competition may assist performance staff better understand the impact of perceptual wellbeing domains on individual player physical and psychological status. Finally, ASRM had been reported to be sensitive to changes in athlete health and indicators of wellbeing among elite athletes. This study highlights the effective use of ASRM wellbeing indicators collected via an online cloud-based athlete management system, specifically related to elite female athlete wellbeing during intensified training and international competition. I would like to acknowledge Basketball New Zealand Women's Senior National Team and thank the players, coaches, and support staff for their commitment and cooperation. I also thank the ASCA International Conference on Applied Strength and Conditioning Organising Committee for the opportunity to present our works to you. I hope you've enjoyed this virtual poster overview, and I look forward to meeting you at the conference.